All right, good morning, cyber traders. Welcome. Oh my God, thank God we got through yesterday, huh? Holy crap, that was pretty crazy. Good to see you all. Good morning, Grant. Good to see everyone. Michael, Brian, everybody, welcome back. I hope everyone's getting ready for this morning. A lot of good movement in the market. Listen, it was, I posted a video yesterday, and hold on one second. Let me just see something right here. Make sure I got everything. All right. So I posted a video yesterday on, believe it or not, TikTok, and it went viral. I think we got almost 200,000 people viewed it. I probably had close to about maybe 200, 300 comments on it. I know some people here are joining us live that are logged in right now on YouTube and stuff like that and want to know, because listen, a lot of people don't understand how the market works. And I just want to clarify something really quick. We just posted, that's the video right there on Instagram too. You can watch on either one of them. I didn't post it on YouTube yet because it was a little bit longer. YouTube, they had the 60-second shorts. This one I made about a minute and a half, so it was a little bit longer. But let me just clarify something. It's all about following the money, okay? And everyone here is a student here at Cyber Trading University knows that. I was a market maker for 30 years. Before I got into this industry, I thought I knew, first of all, there's just so much anger out there. Everyone wants to blame everyone else. Everybody's worried about getting screwed and everything else. Listen, then why you go to the casinos? All right? They make you feel good? Listen, you go in there to make money. You want to go to entertain? That's one thing. Some people trying to make money. But at the end of the day, you want to beat the casino? You got to know how to play the game. You got to know why they're in that game, okay? And that's what trading is all about. So I just want to clarify that really quick. Don't freak out, regarding all this crazy stuff that's going on in the world. If you watch that video, I explained it to you. These catastrophes make opportunities. Let me remind everybody about COVID, okay? Remember COVID? Everyone's freaking out, people dying. It was a huge, disaster and a big correction, and just it was a horrible time in our lives that we lived through. And it wasn't too long ago. Okay, actually, it is a long time ago now. It's almost like 3-4 years now, believe it or not. But you know, people made money then. How many of you actually got into the market then? Like, what am I going to do? I'm going to sit home all day. Got nothing to do, right? Everyone started trading, and all of a sudden, everyone did great. And you know who got crushed? The people that were in there beforehand. They didn't know when to get out, and that was the issue. So that's why you got to learn before you can earn. Let's go and talk about what happened yesterday, because there was a lot of good action that happened. And I want to go over a couple of stocks really quick. I'll get back to this in the video trade really quick, but there were just so many stocks that made some big moves. Made some big moves. You had was it ATHM? Oops. Just bring up stocks like that. Hold on one second. So there were a lot of stocks that made some big moves. Actually, I'm just going to start with the brand name stocks, right? So CrowdStrike. By the way, did everyone watch the podcast I did with Andrew Keen yesterday? He put me on the spot. He's like, what stock do you think is going to be the best winner of, by the end of the year? And I said, you know what, maybe CrowdStrike, and it was like, really? Well, it's like, this is down 50%. You know what I mean? So, they're going to figure it out. These companies can't abandon ship. They're almost like Google. They have CrowdStrike is basically a monopoly when it comes into security. So, they were going to have some lawsuits. They have insurance. They'll cover it, but they'll be fine. But anyway, that stock yesterday was down to 200. There were a lot of huge, big support levels there. CrowdStrike did really well. It ran from 200 to 225. Now it's at 218. It's up to about $6 today, up 3%. You could see here on that support levels down at the bottom. Really, really nice move. So that one did pretty well. Do I want to put on the watch list? We'll come back and check out it. But we're going to look at a couple of stocks. Amazon. If you look right here, I talked about this yesterday too, also on that podcast. So make sure you watch the podcast. 200 down to 150. It was down basically 25% from the highs, less than a month. You could see that had a nice little slingshot at 152, ran to 160. The list goes on and on and on. What else I want to talk about? Intel. I actually bought that one. That stock got destroyed, 30 down to 20. And that had nothing to do about what happened yesterday, but a lot of support level at $20 on Intel. That one did pretty well. What else we had? NVIDIA. Everyone's talking about NVIDIA. Believe me, I did a video on NVIDIA that went viral, had almost 1 million views, okay? And everyone's like, you are an anti-NVIDIA fan. Oh, I own NVIDIA. from last year. I'm cool. Yeah, and you know what? You did great when it was at $40. I mean, it was really 400, or all the way to the beginning of the year. I get it. You know what I mean? But my goal is this. Why can't you buy it cheaper? If it's going to go down, just buy it cheaper. Listen, stock went to 140. Yesterday, it dropped all the way to 92. People started harassing me and started getting really ticked off at me. They said, oh, it's not going to go past 140 and then 130. And I'm like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, look where it is now. It might go back to 160, some people said, but you know what? Why wait and run it all the way down to 90 when you could buy it at 90 and sell it at 130, buy it at 90, and then average your cost and just own it cheaper. You know what I mean? That's trading, fellow traders. You know what I mean? So, and it's not that you have to day trade. You could swing trade. Anyway, the list goes on and on and on. There were just so many stocks out there. Eli Lilly got crushed too yesterday. That one. Bitcoin got demolished. Okay. Crushed. I think it's up about 55,000 now, but that thing was at 170. That one got destroyed yesterday. Some of the Bitcoin stocks, I mean, if you really are a fan of Bitcoin, some of the stocks are doing pretty well. I mean, Bitcoin right here. This one, IBIT did really well. Hit that major support level back in February, right around 28. Did come back a little bit. So that one did pretty well. I'm going to put that one on a watch list. IBIT, that one's not bad. What else I got crushed? We had one. ATMN. What was it? That one got demolished too yesterday. That one got from 7 all the way down here. But this stock this was a pharmaceutical stock. It was trading on its own. Came back a little bit yesterday, but no big deal. Anyway, let's go through the watch list because, like I said, the list goes on and on and on. There was some great opportunities. Lockheed Martin, I'm a big fan of the military stocks. This stock had great earnings. You had this one. You had Northrop Grumman. A lot of military stocks. Obviously, see what's going with all the unresting that's going on in Gaza and at Israel. Military stocks are doing great. Some people are like, oh, we're going into a war. Okay, well, listen, I know that's terrible, and we don't like to go into wars, but these companies, if they blow up missiles, they got to replace them. Keep an eye on the military stocks. All right, so let's go talk about some movement this morning. So obviously, if you're new here to the show, the best place where we go to look for stocks is the big percentage gainers and losers. And there are a lot of them there this morning. So you have LYT. This one moved yesterday, right at 3 o'clock, right at the close, actually. We're from $1.40 up to $2. It's up to $3. It's up 100%. I'm going to top over here on level 4 and show what we got going on right here. So here on level 4, this is our little telltale window where, oops, drop my pen. This is where we find out where the big block orders are and where that's basically we work off. We work off the big orders. So right here, you can see there is a big order right here for 26,000 at 250. You can see it kind of held there right around 830 and a little resistance here at $3. So you could see that's where the resistance levels and the support levels are. So we have a good little move on that one. LYT, it's up 94%. Not bad. This one, it looks pretty good too. It's a pharmaceutical stock. It looks like this stock started around 350. It's up to 520. I am starting to see some orders showing up right around here, around 550, 560, and 570. Let me just slide this over here so you guys can see what I'm looking at. See all those orders right there? Big orders right there. So we got some orders hopping right there. So that one looking pretty good. TENX. Nice little inexpensive stock, up 82%. There's another little cheapie that's moving. I know a lot of you in pre-market, the traders that we hear logged in the trader room. I know you've been trading this one too. This one looks really nice. What's nice about this stock, there's about 1.5 million. Is it 1.5 million? No, 150,000. You got 150,000 share order right here. See him right there at 90 cents. He just showed up here around at 855. So that's a pretty big order right there. We'll keep an eye on that one right there. That one looks pretty good. There were some people that were messaging me on TikTok. I got a lot of messages, and some people here are basically telling me like, I don't have enough money to trade. how I get involved. Listen, there are some inexpensive stocks. Now, I'm not a fan of I don't trade penny stocks, but for some of us that want to get their feet wet, you could always start somewhere. The big thing about being a very good trader and starting out, like I said, you don't need a lot of money to do this in the beginning, but the whole idea is just building up your confidence. Honestly, I would rather try to learn about how to trade like a stock like SGMO than go work at McDonald's for $15 an hour, but it's $15 an hour. We got to raise the minimum wage. It's not a living wage. You know what? You could have a living wage in trading the market. You just got to be trained and be patient. Okay. So there are stocks for everyone out there to trade out there. So please don't misconstrue because everybody thinks that the only stocks are out there to trade NVIDIA, Intel, Microsoft, Google. There are other stocks out there, 25,000 stocks out there. So here's another couple of stocks that are moving also. I thought these things are pretty good, but volume looks a little light. I didn't like how the stock was trending. This stock, one of you brought up what? Grant says PLTR is moving. Uber's moving up pretty well too. Yeah, I saw that. Uber got a really, really nice trend. Let me go see where the orders are on Uber. I don't have it on my level 4. All right, so we got some orders that showed up here. Big order at $65. You got some orders hovering here around 63 that I see. They're holding here. There's all pre-market that's going on right now. So 63 is right around here. You can see it right there. And there's our resistance, but 65 is not there. That one got pretty beat up yesterday. So there were some good buys yesterday, right? The open. All right. What else that we got going on here? CORZ, pretty decent stock. 7,000. Good volume. Oh, my cat, Chloe's getting a little upset. She wants out. She had enough in the morning. All right, on the losers list, okay, this stock is getting crushed. It's got a lot of support levels at 40 cents, so I'll probably say no. No dead cat bounce on that one. New York Stock Exchange. This stock, I saw this one too, LUMN. You got some big orders out here around 4 that are trying to sell. That is from yesterday's resistance. You could see it here. These same orders that held it back yesterday are there now at 4. You break through that 4. $5. I'm seeing $5. It's pretty big right there. So that one's not bad. LUMN. We'll put that one on the watch list. PLTR is the one you guys just brought up just earlier. That one looks pretty good. Let me bring up that PLTR. We trade that stock many of times. PLTR had a lot of support yesterday at $20. Tons and tons of support at $20. Look, it ran from 20. It's already at 27. I guess they had earnings yesterday because that was an after. That had to be an earnings play right there, right? Probably. PLTR. Okay, so PLTR has a very, very big. What's nice about PLTR is this. PLTR has got great iceberg orders. Look at these gorgeous orders, 28, 29, and 30. So that's your game plan. Those are your resistance levels. Big, big resistance at 30. And you can see there's a 29 where it almost hit it. You could see on the long-term chart, there's that 30 back on that day. So kind of makes sense, all right? Got to read the future, everyone. PLTR. I like that stock. That stock's been a really good long-term trade, too. Fubo, I saw this one. It's a cheap little one. Fubo TV. It looks like she's moving this morning. For all you beginners or new starting out, Fubo is a pretty fun stock. You could trade that one. Here are some of the ETFs that are also getting crushed here. Obviously, after what happened yesterday, they did great. Now they're starting to back off. I'm not a big fan of ETFs because you can't really get in and out of them. You can't see the iceberg orders as much. All right, anything else I'm missing? Yeah, better than expected earnings. That was the news on PLTR, right? Thanks a lot, Rich. Let me just put that in there. That was the news. Chris on YouTube says there's a big seller on LUMN. Yeah, we saw that one. Many millionaires, Lynn said from YouTube, says many millionaires made it from COVID. Yeah, you're damn right there were. And you know what? Let me just tell you, and everyone here, there's going to be another one. There's going to be another one. So don't worry about it. There's always, listen, you're going into an election year. You got a war that might be coming up. You better damn well how to trade the market. That's all I'm telling you. That's why you got to be here live every morning. So listen, before we go, on the top left-hand corner, if you're watching on YouTube or on Instagram, or take your phone, you can scan that QR code. We're live here all day long. All right. We're here every day. So for some of you here want to see this trading room, don't worry, Josh. I'm going to tell everyone about your Traders Talk today. So here's our live trading room, everyone. Just I can't show from two different windows. So we got that taken care of. Tomorrow we're gonna have tomorrow we have another podcast. So you don't want to miss that one. And today at 11 we have Traders Talk. We do it every single week with Josh. Something you also don't want to miss. So you got the trading room, you got Traders Talk, and you got our upcoming podcast that we have tomorrow, not including we did one yesterday. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, everybody. And remember, you got to learn before you can earn. After what happened yesterday, hopefully that's a wake-up call. There was some good buying opportunities. Are they still ready to be a buying opportunity? We'll see how things work out today. But it looks like we're going to be on the positive side. So let's keep the faith. Good luck, everyone. Trade safe. I'll see you all in the trading room. We're going to pick up where we left off in about 15 minutes live commentary. So don't go anywhere. Happy trading, everyone.